Help support our coverage with a free account on Privacy, the service that keeps you protected when shopping online. Get $5 to try it now by using promo code QZZ2J. And with Blueberry, the community that gives creators the power to make money, get detailed audience measurements, and host their audio and video. Get a 30-day free trial by using promo code Blueberry004.
All right, we have the company called Kwikset here, and we have Eric, is it Glassen?
Yes.
How are you, sir?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm good. I'm Don Bain, the Gadget Professor.
Good to meet you.
Thank you so much for coming on, and I got an idea of what you guys do, but why don't you tell us?
So we are a 73-year-old lock company. We have, here today we're introducing new Wi-Fi enabled smart locks. One is on the market right now, and one's coming out this summer. So we have it's called the Halo and the Halo Touch.
Okay.
Our Halo smart lock is Wi-Fi enabled, does not need a smart hub. It taps into your existing Wi-Fi router, and you can manage your lock through our proprietary Kwikset app and our own cloud. So you can manage the lock, control who comes and goes, manage the users, see the lock activity, all from your smartphone. With no hub required. You can manage up to 250 users, and
that's a lot of people coming in and out of my house.
I don't know if you need that many, but
I don't know 250 people.
And our newest product is called the Halo Touch, which is the same Wi-Fi capability, but it's a fingerprint access lock. So the same technology that everyone uses to open their smartphone every day. It's basically the same idea. You just go and touch the lock, and it opens. Just like your smartphone opens up. So we can enroll up to 50 users for that, 100 fingerprints, so 2 fingerprints per user, but the idea is keyless entry. It does have a backup key in case you do need it.
I was just going to ask you that. Now these are battery operated per se.
Correct.
How long does the battery operate? Are they regular batteries?
So approximately 6 months, depending on usage. So if you are using it constantly, it'll maybe be a little less. If you're
Do
not,
I get an alert that the battery's getting ready to head south?
Yep, you definitely get an alert. So
what kind of batteries are they?
They're 4 AA's.
It's easy.
Easy the back panel slides off. It takes about 2 seconds to put them in. Really simple. And there is a backup keyway with our the keyway also has what is a proprietary Kwikset feature called Smart Key Security. So it is a keyway you can actually rekey the lock yourself if you need to. It is bump proof and pick resistant, so it does have a lot of these security features and convenience features with the keyway itself. But obviously the big feature is the fingerprint access to get into the lock.
What about maintenance on these devices? I have unfortunately I have a different brand, but it gets gummy once in a while. It just never heard of that.
No, haven't seen that on our locks.
Okay.
With the Halo keypad lock, we do have what's called secure screen. So sometimes when you are on the touchscreen version, sometimes you press the same 4 buttons to get in. You can see the fingerprint patterns.
That's interesting. Yeah.
What our lock does is it randomizes when you wake it up. It randomizes some buttons that you have to push in order for it to start activating.
Right. So you equalize the wear of the.
Exactly. So you don't see that perfect pattern of the same numbers.
Now, how strong are these locks? I mean, are they as strong as the typical lock that you would buy, or stronger, or?
Yeah, I mean they.
I mean, you made these locks before there was anything. There was electricity, just about.
Yeah, I mean the advantage with Kwikset is we are the #1 selling lock set in the U.S. And we've been doing it, like I said, for over 70 years. So How
long have you been doing the Bluetooth, the electronic locks?
Our Bluetooth lock, the smart locks we've really started in 2013 is when we really started.
All right, so we got at least seven years-ish.
Yeah. And so, and then we do have a variety of different smart locks that work with different smart hubs, different features like that, or standalone, depending on what your situation is. But we have a variety of locks to pretty much meet every.
So I had I have two electronic locks, and actually, oddly enough, yesterday my son had to get into the studio in my house, and I know he has a key, but for whatever reason he couldn't find his key.
Mm-hmm.
I just had my garage door opener replaced about 3 weeks ago, and my fault. I forgot to reset the push button device outside my garage. He couldn't get in the house, he was annoyed, and I was like, duh. And I have the electronic lock on the door inside the garage because I always use my push button to open the garage door. And I'm like, duh. Now, if I had that lock, your lock on my front door.
So here's how easy it would be. You pull up the Kwikset app. You have your locks listed on your phone. You can dial in. You can let somebody, with as long as your lock is hooked up to your existing Wi-Fi,
sure,
and you have the app, you could open the door from anywhere in the world, basically.
Okay. So I've got to get one of your locks to open up my front door because that would have
saved you just like
that would have just solved the problem because he needed to get a specific piece of equipment from the studio in the house and he didn't get it and he was not happy with this pop-up, but he lost his own key, so I.
There you go. And the other thing you could do is set time fences. So if you have a dog walker or a housekeeper or whatever, you give them a code, or even if they're enrolled as a fingerprint access, they can only maybe come in Tuesdays between noon and 4, or Mondays between 5 and 7, whatever you set your time fence is, or a one-time use, for example. If you just have somebody dropping something off, they could come in once and that's it with a code.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. These will actually keep a record, a log, if you will,
correct,
of what time people came in, what time they left, things like that. So if you have a cleaning person to come into your house, you can open the door for them at, I don't know, whatever it is, 10 o'clock.
Yep.
And then
you can see if they came, what time they left, what time the door locked, or if you have I have a 17-year-old daughter, so I can see if she actually did come home before a curfew or whatever.
Right. I saw a camera yesterday, a security camera that actually did that. Very similar to what you're talking about. This actually took the face print.
Okay.
And it knew who was in the house and what friends their daughter was bringing or not bringing home. It was pretty fascinating.
That's good little backup information to have. Yeah, so all through the app, through the Kwikset app, and it just makes everything more convenient.
I definitely got to do that. I'm like still like, how could I? I mean, it's just I just forgot to reset the garage door opener. Now, speaking of garage doors openers, are there any different types of locks other than the deadbolt lock that are coming down the pike or that are available through Kwikset?
I mean, we have our whole suite of everything from traditional mechanical locks to every smart lock that you would need, to depending on what hub you're in, or if you're, like I said, with the Halo locks, you don't need a hub. It's all existing information.
Right.
But
what does a Halo lock cost these days?
So the touch screen version is retailed for $229. The keypad version is $199.
Okay.
Our new Halo Touch fingerprint access lock that's coming out in the summertime is going to retail for $249.
Okay. Now, can the average consumer put these in themselves? I get asked that all the time on my show.
As long as you have a Phillips head screwdriver, that's all you need.
So it's that easy.
It's that easy. Yep. So
okay. You hear that, folks?
It's very simple to install. It fits on most existing door holes if you're going to replace your deadbolts.
And what about setting it up? Pairing it with the.
Yeah, it's really really simple. Enrolling your fingerprints takes 5 seconds in that case. Setting up the different features in time fences or whatever is going to take sometimes a little bit longer, but the instructions are pretty simple and pretty easy to do.
Okay. What about tech support?
So yes, tech support's available through Kwikset customer service or through any of whatever. If you used a third-party resource to install your smart home, you could do that as well.
To me, there's just no downside in getting that type of a lock, and Kwikset's been around for a long time. One more thing before I let you go, and I frequently get this. Actually, I'm overdue to do a show on locks. I do one a year, and I didn't. We'll have to have you back on the show to do like an hour on locks. It's pretty interesting. We have phone-in calls from all over the world. It's kind of neat. My quick question is, could you explain to us quickly? You have the ability, Kwikset, to rekey.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So our keyways are called Smart Key Security. They are the physical keyway of the lock.
Right.
What it does is it allows you to rekey the lock yourself in 10 seconds, pretty much. So you need the existing key in order to do it.
Sure.
You basically put the existing key in. There's a reset tool, the tiny little hole next to the keyway that you reset the lock, put in any new key, and it's now keyed to that key.
And it's very simple to do.
Very simple to do.
Okay, I remember we had a go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. So some of the reasons why you would want that.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of reasons.
If you have keys that you maybe loan to babysitters, whatever, dog walkers around the neighborhood, let's say you moved into a new house and you don't know what the keys are out there.
Yeah.
You could,
Here's a reason I asked.
Sure.
I have a couple rental properties, and honest to God, I don't know who has a key. When I rent it to someone, I give them a key. I give them 2 keys. 2 years later when they move or whatever, I have no idea who has keys. And as a landlord and a responsible person, I don't want other keys to that house out there. I don't. And I don't know. He said, here's your 2 keys back, but I don't know if they're brother. I don't know who has keys. So I utilize the Kwikset, and I just literally go in, take the key, change it. I'm done, and I know it's secure. And that's if for nothing else, for rental properties, that's the way to go. Also, I have people coming to the house when it's unrented, and right before the summer, and I have rug cleaners and painters and everything. I'm not giving out my key to everybody. I mean, I trust them all, but now I just put it down.
Yeah, and the other thing is, if you have a big wad of keys on your key ring that have, maybe 3 different deadbolts at your house, and you have 3 different keys to get into all these, you could key them all to one key, and you have one key that operates all your locks around the house.
It's a no-brainer.
It's a great feature. And then the security benefits. We've done a couple tests where we bring the well-renowned locksmiths, really experienced locksmiths, come in and try and pick the lock.
Oh, that's awesome!
Or bump
I didn't
the
realize
lock,
that.
and they cannot do it.
I love it.
It's not easily done. So there's great features beyond that.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. Very interesting, and I hope to get you back on my show. Actually, Enzo will give you a card or something. We'll bring you back in when the smoke clears here.
My pleasure.
All right, thank you.